Hello and welcome, RPG Limit Break, to this exciting match in the first round of the 2023 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Standard Tournament. Matchup between TristalMTG and Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, both players who had to fight through exceedingly difficult groups to make it here into the tournament. And Destiny now, having won the first match with a 1-0 lead, this is a best of three, so his entire tournament life is on the line here for Tristal. I am Aaron to you two, and with me on the mic today is Cyberdark. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Aaron? We have a really good match tonight. Destiny went 4-3 in the Sword Magic Direct group, and Tristal went 3-2, I think. No, 4-2 in Harp Knight. So both. I think Tristal got second in his group, Destiny got third, but really, really good. A lot of good matches, and really looking forward to this one.
And they're off, and as the king talks, the one thing that we need to pay attention to is that 4 strength. So what's in these chests is going to matter a lot on whether or not we have an absolutely wretched start or a, just somewhat a lacking one. And so we see Key and Dragon Scale, so this is more of a, okay, well, maybe we'll see something in a couple of minutes in the treasury here that'll be useful.
Both runners remember to equip the Dragon Scale. That's better than me.
Yes, there's a lot of memes in this tournament about people equipping or not equipping the Dragon Scale. So there we go. We got that one out of the way. Both going to go back up and save. They did get an extra key. What that means is that they can check the treasury here real quick. Get another 4 items, and the fact they go back up here is going to instantly cause probably the only real glitch that happens in this game, and that is the chest glitch.
Right, so they each got 3 chests when they went up first. They got another 3 when they went back into the throne room, because it always marks 3. There is gold in the bottom left corner and bottom right, so there is a gold grind available, and top left as well. So both players have a gold grind active.
Yes, and with 4 strength, they're probably going to be eager to launch out and find some place to use that money. How hard they go with this money is, pretty much a personal preference thing. Likely won't see anybody go past 32,500 because that'll buy anything you possibly could need. But otherwise, just see them keep going here. And we were talking about the gold glitch. Something that is a factor here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is that the game only lets you have 8 chests active at one time, and through the little glitch they did, every chest that has been removed after that just stays forever. And anyway, we see Destiny going out and immediately finding a droll, not an enemy he can kill right now.
Not with 4 strength, no. So they were hoping to find a town right outside. I'm surprised Destiny didn't save. I think because Tristal's grinding to a higher amount, he will save the game before heading out. And there's a possibility he'll find a town somewhere. We don't have a town, but we do have a cave directly north.
Well, Destiny does have some good information. Red slimes are one of 2 enemies that you can reasonably kill at 4 strength. And the slime is the other one, so he actually knows where he can get out of level 1. Depending on what the enemies have.
I think this is Swamp North and runs into a DL2 werewolf. Sorry, Wolf Lord. And
I think Destiny is gonna save the key. I have a feeling that was the reason why he didn't save. He was giving it one go, and now he is just going to try to go out without and gain the level on his own.
So in Destiny's last race, I believe he was the only one to save the key. It was a quad race, so the other 3 runners, myself included, burned the keys, keep gold, and he was the only one to save. And it made some things easier for him, and just made getting armor harder, I guess.
Well, it shouldn't have made the armor harder. He just never went that way for a while.
Before Tristal, though, Tristal missed the armor altogether, but a couple of the other runners were able to get like swords and armor, or at least cheaper armor, really quick.
Alright, now Tristal seeing that North Swamp Cave bolts out. Destiny critting a red slime for maximum damage.
Wow. Rarely do you see the max crit, but when you do, and it's a 4.
And rarely do you see a crit for 4 and actually feel good about it. So yes, Tristal doing the hard reset after getting all that money. I think he's going to make an attempt to go right back where he died. That northeast seems to be the only path out of here without just an intense amount of swamp. Although it's a little bit of a weird walk that way. And oh, hey, those DL2 Wolf Lords are right near the castle too.
So Tristal's going to probably push out a couple of times to see if he can get anywhere. If he can, great. He might find something really useful. I'd say after 2 or 3 tries, he might just say screw the gold.
He's committed enough that I think he will, like, if he doesn't get anywhere, he's literally going to just restart the file from the beginning. He has seen some enemies, though, and Destiny on his 3rd red slime, if he kills this one, he will be hitting level 2, and we'll get to see if that breaks out of that low-strength starting jail or not.
So no one checked the basement because they used the key in the treasury. Now, Destiny does have his key back and could check the basement, but probably wait until he has 103 gold, or 80-something gold, enough to get a key.
And level 2 was 5, 13, 9, and 9 with the spell of heal, which will be pretty useful. 9 strength now gives you a little bit of options. That magician he's seen before is... it's not the best enemy to fight because you're still not guaranteed to do damage, but with the heal spell and a full set of magic, that might be worth fighting.
So Tristal found a metal slime, killed it. Of course, scaled metal slimes are on, so you only got 32 experience at level 1. It's 32 times your level. And right now is at 21 strength, so the metal slime can run away now.
Wow, that's going to make this decision a lot more difficult for Tristal. Does he? I think he has to keep going without the key, but you really don't want to do that. So, especially after his last race, the last race with Tristal and Destiny, he did not keep the key, and it added at least 10 minutes to the end of the run of exploration, things that you had to do because of it.
Right, now, I mean, Tristal still has 12,000 gold, and so he can buy a Flame Sword or a Magic Armor if he finds it.
Yeah, and who knows? There could be another loose key somewhere, and Remolder could be the closest town, and this lack of key access could not matter.
I mean, he has 4 times the experience of Destiny now, of course, not knowing, and there's Hurtmore, so yeah, there's a good chance to keep that gold, and maybe get somewhere to get something now.
Yes, and again, this experience gap is essentially entirely because of that metal slime kill. Being able to take that out has been just huge in saving Tristal. He'd probably still be resetting at this point and trying to find something.
No, he only has 12 MP, so you're only getting 2 Hurtmores max. However, it'll only take a couple more enemies and you'll have another level, so hopefully some more MP there. And the Spindle Scorpion will be great for it.
Yeah, Metal Scorpion. Pretty much everything he's fighting in these beginner zones will be instantly vanished with Hurtmore. And now we see level 5 come along with 3, 1, 8, 6, and the spell of Return. Return's not going to really do anything right now, but, you know, that's a nice spell. And it does seem like Tantagel is in the southeast corner of its zone.
Seems so, yeah. And with that 6 MP, I think it was, there's another Hurtmore there. So he'll heal up here. He has heal. He can regen his HP, regen the MP again by talking to this NPC, and then have all MP available for Hurtmores.
While he's doing this, Destiny is 50-50 swing on Magicians. Again, his strength value, because Magician has 6 defense, if you don't have more than 4 attack power over the defense, it's a 50-50 roll. It's actually a little bit worse on 1 value, but he does get through it with the power that heal spell. Gets to 12 attack power at level 3, and we'll probably see level 4 pretty quickly now. That 21 strength, he'll be able to do some stuff, and once he gets that, he'll have Hurtmore, and you know, the difference in this race will really just be how much experience Tristal will have by the time that Destiny gets there.
So Tristal found a zone with a Warlock and a Demon Knight. Now the Demon Knight is very hard to run from. The Warlock is great as a Hurtmore target this early.
Yeah, I think he's pushing the exploration while he still has the money, and maybe mentally just being like, if this doesn't work out, I'm giving it up, like just not even worrying about it anymore.
So having Hurtmore now, you really want to go for Magic Armor or, well, Magic and Large Shield if you can get it. maybe a broadsword or something. Not worry about the flame because you have hurt more to kill everything. And another level just like that.
Yeah, Werewolf, a great target, was about 50% to take it out in one shot, so he got a bit lucky there. But now he's completely out of resources and just hoping to find a town or something before he dies. Meanwhile, Destiny did pick up Hurtmore, and seems like he's keeping that money. I think we're going to see him try to go out and fight a couple of things to get some cash and then get those keys, and he only needs 85 gold to get any. It might even been worthwhile for him to just die, honestly. But no, actually he has enough right now. So this might be his dive in to get his keys maxed out.
So Tristal is getting a lot of encounters here, and the Axe Knight finally takes him out. He ran from a lot of enemies he probably shouldn't have. Or shouldn't have been able to, I should say.
It's interesting to see Destiny pop into the throne room there. That's something you need to do to, generally speaking, to activate the gold glitch or the chest glitch. You don't have to do it, but this decision here is interesting. Going downstairs because he has to go back into the treasury to get gold to get his keys. So the fact that he did this means he has to walk. Oh no, he walked out.
Oh no!
Don't think he realized how bad that was.
Yeah, he only had one key, so using the key, but he remembers, I think. Yeah, so he'll have to grind up that gold again to get another key.
Which, it's going to come real fast. He just needs to actually kill some stuff that gives experience and gold, like these new Zone 2 enemies. But, yeah, I mean, that's the routing there in the castle is the reason why you would immediately go back and get at least one gold chest, so you can max out your keys, so you don't have to worry about walking all the way back. And he did the kind of the anxious thing of being like, no, I can't waste all this time walking back, and then it got him.
Tristal finds another cave to the southwest, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't see where exactly he explored from the start, but one thing you might be thinking about now with Hurtmore is the spike tile and swamp, which, I mean, obviously neither of our runners have seen because they both got, well, Tristal ran out of swamp and Destiny got clobbered out of swamp.
So there's a town close by. We do have a slow goal grind here in Stones of Sunlight Cave. There is a chest that you can just re-enter and exit, re-enter and exit.
Now, we've seen a few people do that sort of thing in the tournament and have some good success with it, but yeah, I don't think you want to.
No, not unless you find like a full plate or something. It's probably the highest you'd go for.
Alright, now Destiny getting his key back. He's going to check the treasury. Probably just grab every chest while he's in there. Might as well have a set of wings, even if you have the return spell. It's nice to have one of those until you need the inventory for something else, and then get all of his keys. Nothing else he can do here. And he can always come back and do a gold grind later, but hey, Tristal's found something.
Doesn't even care what the cave is, he's going straight for that town. And looks like we're in the southwest here.
Yeah, based off of the facing, that's probably tablet or mountain. I don't... Usually grave, I think, from the outside you face down if you go in there.
So with Caitlyn this close, do you think it'd be worthwhile to do a full reset if you see a magic and flame here?
I'm not sure it was really that close. And you can just do the gold grind again later. I mean, die in a cave, come back. You got Hurtmore. You don't really need anything else. Like, even buying that club, there's probably a number of our chat and runners who are just crinkling their nose at that. Like, why'd you even bother? You got Hurtmore. You don't need anything.
If you're going to buy something like that, it has to be the bamboo pole.
Well, I guess that's not the sort of club that Tristal's interested in.
Fair enough. Will we see some radishes? Probably not from Tristal, but you never know. Either way, he has Laird Shield, full plate, like Slime was saying. That's great. I mean, that'll keep you going through a lot of the mid-game.
We got our the town checks. Cantland can be a bit of a time sink just because of so much stuff you can do there, and it's all important stuff. Like you need to buy herbs at some point, max those out. Torch. You want some light? Go ahead, do that sort of thing. But it always feels a little weird just to how long you can take inside of Cantland. And well, this is an interesting enemy to fight right outside.
Yeah, great with Hurt More. You've got a pretty decent chance to kill it. And if you wanted to, you could just kill a few, go back in, heal, kill a few, go back in, heal. We've got Grave. No, Mountain.
Thank you for correcting yourself so I didn't have to.
Anytime.
So first chest is a Fairy Water. Again, there are 5 chests in Mountain. And if Tristal had it in mind, he could possibly die here for a gold grind, but I don't feel like that's going to be his first priority. He's got a decent amount of equipment already, and you don't really need a sword yet. You might need it later, and there's always still Grave to worry about.
We've got our key back.
In this case, he might want to leave here manually so he can go in and get infinite keys, buy them from Cantland, and then check the coordinates immediately. That could be something that's on his mind.
Honestly, I would have hurt more that gold man there to get. Oh, he's got 3,000 gold. Never mind.
All right, so Werewolf has Sleep and Hurt More. That is not pleasant. And he's going for the double Hurt More. He's not even going to try to swing on 40 attack power. It's a good defensive strategy there. Sometimes the best defense is offense, and you really don't want to give certain enemies a chance to take you out.
Having exactly 15 MP left, he used an herb, so he still has 3 Hurt Mores here.
Oh, I see the last chest is wings. So Mountain Cave, while it had something useful for Tristal, is completely optional for Destiny. There's not going to be anything in there he really needs except for some information. Like, hey, there's a cursed belt, and then I know a search spot's active. Yay!
Destiny actually hurt more as the golem, and is not that far from Cantland, I believe. Hurt more as the gold man. Dear God.
Well, I mean, yeah, Hurt More and the golem would be a bigger accomplishment, but he'd probably result in...
If it lands, yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Tristal's friend, the Metal Slime.
It's still here. Oh.
And yes, chat, I do agree, radishes are quite delicious. I've been eating them in my taco salads recently. It's probably not the sort of thing you would expect, but it works out as long as you don't put too many in.
Destiny sees Stone's Cave and grabs his little bit of extra gold. And there are specters outside of Cantland too. That's a couple of really great enemies here. Hey, Drakeys!
Well, there goes the zone. And Destiny finding a blue dragon. That's a blue dragon that I do not believe Tristal saw, which I am sure that he is more than happy to have not have seen.
So Flame and Silver are here in their vanilla shop, but I don't think we've seen a magic armor down here, and unless Tristal starts another gold grind, they're probably going to sit there for a while.
It looks like Destiny is going to hit up these chests again. He hasn't seen a town, but he's probably thinking, this is like would that be about 1,800 gold on average for free. I better just grab that, every time I can until I do find something.
Well, it is a broadsword, guaranteed.
And we'll see. I know he's heading up here probably because of the swamp, but will he go into Swamp Cave? Will he go through Swamp Cave? He's having a little bit of trouble with the overworld, so maybe a grind is on his mind here.
Tristal going to check the coordinates, burn a lot of MP doing it, but not really a big deal.
I would not be surprised if he takes a death out of here if this is a short count, and that is a pretty short count.
Very short. 7 north, 23 west, and I think this is an X-Lane on the spike tile.
If it is, then, Destiny decides to stay here for a little while, he might really just kind of blow the experience gap completely out. I mean, literally, this one more basically ties them. It's not going to take too much. And even though we know this zone is a little bit dangerous, it's not so dangerous to somebody with hurt more.
No, this will likely be your in-game grind. I mean, it's just north of Tanagal, so when you're out of MP, just die and walk back up.
So I'd like to say thank you to Zeal, excuse me if I said that incorrectly. And thank you for the raid and the raiders. Welcome in. This is Dragon Warrior Randomizer action, our summer tournament bracket stage. Initially at 60 people, down to 24, technically 22 right now, as a couple of people have already been eliminated from the brackets.
Me. Also, good luck against Archfield.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to need it. Anyway, Destiny gets through the other side of Swamp. This looks to be on the northern edge of the world. So far, nothing. Which, I don't know. I hate doing early Swamp searches because I feel like nothing tends to happen a lot, but he does see a cave. He also sees a Wolf Lord with the full Wombo, which we know now. We might not see the DL2 breath, but he knows about it.
I don't know, I'm one of those people that if you can get a chance to walk through Swamp, go for it and try, because you never know what you'll find over there. And that includes just normal Swamp and the Swamp Cave.
And Destiny does find the grave, so maybe he will find something interesting while Tristal comes across Hawksness, which, when you have Hurtmore, you generally want to check Hawksness whenever you can.
What do we have in our spike here? Oh, before we get to that, we find a Wraith. It's a good Hurtmore target as well, but we only have 2 Hurtmores, so I think Tristal wants to keep it in case there's an Armored Knight here. Oh, that's not going to work.
Boo. With that Axe Knight so close to start, I can't imagine we're going to see people grind on that Golem a whole lot. Just, maybe if it's out of convenience, but Hawksness doesn't seem like it's too close to anything in particular.
Ooh, the Werewolf has Sleep and Hurtmore.
Yeah, you know what? Destiny still hasn't seen a town, but he is gold grind set up right now if he wants it. We'll see if he does a blind pass or if he decides against it. He might go up to some number here.
Tristal picks up a level 9 here in Hawksness. Gets 0, 11, 14, and 1.
And on that note, we didn't say what Destiny got inside of Grave, but I believe it was Erdrick's token, gold, and a torch? Maybe it was
the items we need.
Yeah, it might have been an herb. It was something, forgettable.
Tristal finds out about the Wombo combo.
Wolf Lords are being a lot of fun in this seed so far, so I think what this is going to do, this gold grind, is going to send Destiny out away from the Swamp Cave, though, which Tristal is maybe going to. His movement's a little bit odd on that note, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because, again, he's got a decent amount of gear. Oh, no, he's counting.
The count.
Yes, the overworld search spot, which could contain... We already know about the token, he doesn't. So it's the harp, the stones, the sword, the armor, the flute, or the death necklace. And he has miscounted somehow so far.
I don't know if he's 7 north yet or not.
Just the way he walked there was a little bit odd at the end. But yeah, he was just 1 north. So it's a death necklace. So if he wants, he can just find a bunch of gold in the overworld. But, that's one of those things. Be like, we're just going to save that for later.
So Death Necklace is worth 1,200 gold if you so chooses, or if you have over 129-ish HP, you can actually use it before you fight the Dragon Lord, or any enemy for that matter, and give yourself a boost of 10 AP, attack power, with a sacrifice of 25% of your HP, which would bring you to 97, which is just where you want to be.
So, Tristal finding this Axe Knight, I'm wondering, but we might see him stick here for a while. Tristal is somewhat known for, if he can find the grind early, he sticks on the grind until the end of the game. And this is definitely, he's already seen Hawksness. He knows that this is probably going to be the best thing he's going to see for a long time. So we might not see Tristal do too much else for a little bit.
Cole, it does exist.
And in the search spot, he finds nothing. Coal exists, but why does it exist?
I don't know if that came through, but I had to try it.
I heard it. And hey, let's see. Coal exists to give Destiny a silver shield, so there you go.
Oh, it came through on chat too. Perfect.
Now, Tristal is moving on. He is about out of resources, though, so I think this is just I should just peek and see what's past here real quick. But again, if he gets the grave, that'd be pretty good on him. The location of this being kind of in the northwest corner, which would be important to know if the search hadn't been so easy to find.
Right, if you had some really long coordinates that are, you know, like 80, 90 plus, would have been really nice to know. But in this case, it doesn't matter.
The Stone Man comes across, so put that guy to sleep. That's not a very good enemy. Generally speaking, you don't want to fight the Stone Man unless you're in a scenario where it's about the only strong enemy that you can fight.
Tristal with the broadsword now can swing at these wolves pretty easily, not waste any hurt mores.
And yeah, Destiny getting some good kills now. Werewolf, Tristal's trying to run from it. I think he's seen the badness of the werewolf. If he hasn't, he just saw it there.
So I don't think either runner has gotten much further than the other in the Swamp Continent.
Well, Destiny has figured out where Hawksness is. We'll see what he does. I mean, he's going to probably check it, but also probably not going to do anything with it because a golem is virtually unbeatable right now without some crazy luck.
The HP is there, but you'd want some heal, or you want heal more to attack swing, same as you would on the final boss, or the fairy flute, maybe.
Yeah, I think he might try to get to it and just assume he's going to die. Nope, no, he's gonna keep moving on. That's probably the good thing to do when you can kill most of the enemies that are there. There's no real reason to just peek it and die. Although knowing him as a golem in this scenario would probably be better than whatever he's going to find walking around.
Spectres have stop spell, which is not really... Oh yeah, right now, especially for Destiny not having any weapon, he definitely wants to use hurt more on that Spectre, whereas Tristal could actually swing on it.
And Tristal is back on that Axe Knight again. I think, personally, this would be very difficult for me to not sit on. Not when your stats are still not great. Like, if you get like a, 15, 20 points of strength and maybe like 20 more MP, then I would feel like walking around. But, I said all that and Destiny just goes right back to full. I forgot how close it was.
Gonna pick up the club as well. It seems to be the item of the day. I think the only thing keeping me from maybe staying on the Swamp Spike a little bit longer is the MP total. Well, never mind.
Stop spell, repel, 14 MP being kind of the big one there. I don't know. I mean, it's a really quick refresh. Just fight him, die, and then come right back from the castle. It's not that far away. Destiny walked around Cole to get to the good herb shop, which with the way that the MP being kind of low, having herbs is usually a good deal. You have heal, but you'd rather not use them MP if you can, since that's your damage right now is your MP.
Yeah, not having a decent weapon, you really want to save every bit of MP you can. Still picking up some more keys. I'll probably check and find the jerk here shortly under Tantagel.
Yeah, nothing really doing with that. But oh hey, yeah, Destiny's just gonna grind a little bit out here, which these enemies aren't terrible. They're not Axe Knights, but they're not terrible.
He's also less than 100 away from level 10, so he's probably going to grab that right here.
Yeah, you know, chat sort of mentioned, I would not be surprised to see as soon as he gets this level, he just bum rushes Hawksness and gets the terribleness.
Well, this green dragon will certainly do it at 135 experience.
There we go, gets the very underwhelming level 10. Meanwhile, Tristal is pushing out a little bit. Have we seen any go from this direction yet?
I don't think so.
He's almost moving like he's counting, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But we do have a cave, and we'll know really quick if anyone's been here before. Oh, that's Grave. Alrighty. So, I don't know. Did he go through Swamp to get that, or did he just walk to it?
I'm not sure. I think he walked to it because I believe Destiny died over in Swamp, same way Tristal did to a werewolf.
Alright, so then that means we do have a single continent, and he's going deep. We're gonna see this werewolf is not a very good fight with the sleep and the hurt more, but he's not going at it weak at all. Even with 61 AP, you might be tempted to swing, but he is definitely not doing that, which I think is the wise move here.
Destiny about to find the golem, and will probably run immediately, especially after a back attack. Yeah.
Yeah, without Healmore, with his attack power, pretty much the only way he would win that fight is if he got 2 max crits and landed a hurt more. Or maybe the 3rd crit somehow kills it, but golems have a lot of hit points. That's a good point from Omega Strep in chat. Another good way to deal with finishing off a werewolf is to throw fairy water at it. That's also guaranteed to hit, and unless you're hurt more min rolls, I think it's also guaranteed to kill it.
We have our flute. It was chest 4 in the grave.
Alright, all the hashtag always deep dive grave people are really excited right now, right?
For sure, although it was only a flute, DK wouldn't agree. But we still have chest 5, you never know what it could be.
Yeah, I was totally being sarcastic, but honestly that flute's probably going to be pretty important in getting through that golem in a timely manner if Healmore continues to not show up. So as he goes to the fifth chest, Destiny finally gets to Canflin, so he'll probably get his course check here in a little bit. I don't think we saw a weapon he could... No, there was a broadsword. He does have the money, so we'll probably get that one real quick.
Yeah, there was a flame sword in the lock shop. And I didn't realize, but Destiny was after getting a silver shield there somewhere.
Yeah, he picked that one up on Cole. And yes, chat is pointing out, thank you, Shahali, our wonderful tracker. Fairy Water was the 5th chest in grave, so... Don't know if the deep grave is going to matter. I doubt it's on Destiny's mind to do anytime soon. The real thing would matter, just, you know, what else are we going to find, so... Okay, yeah, the broadsword was in the locked room, which he didn't go into. So that's why he doesn't have it.
So Tristal's definitely looking for a gold grind here, as he's finding the easy way out of grave.
I wonder about this, because maybe he's just dying. Like, a gold grind when you already have broadsword, full plate, and large shield feels, I don't know, like a luxury of time. He thought about it, and he changed his mind. He's going to keep pushing.
Myself, I would have at least ground for silver and maybe forget the flame sword. And kept full plate as well. But I teach their own.
Yeah, I would say personally I'm probably 0% I would do that. I'm probably one of the least likely to ever grind for a silver shield compared to most people anyway. So I don't know.
I mean, I usually push agility myself, so I definitely go for it.
Right. I just don't like going out of my way for that. It just doesn't feel good most of the time. And I don't know. Tristal's start, I don't think he feels bad about it at all. It's really hard to feel bad about what you're doing when you get Metal Slime early. This overworld has been a little tricky at the start, but for the most part, you know, post Hurtmore, these guys are just raking right now, so. Oh, a bit of an update for the seed there for EMP and anyone else who's come in recently. We had a 4-strength start with opening key and what was the other thing? A dragon scale.
Yep.
So there really wasn't any way to bail out because there was nowhere to get with the gold grind that was in the treasury. Destiny kept his key. Tristal threw his away for the gold. Ultimately, Tristal didn't find anything with the gold for a long time. But he did find a metal slime at 4 strength and took it out, and that really kind of helped him get through. Whereas Destiny did the hard grind to get to 85 gold to get the key, which he kind of goofed up, but he already had Hurtmore. Hurtmore came at level 4, so it was fine.
Destiny finds a metal slime here. It can run away now, but it's still around at the moment. And High Spirits, thank you much for the raid.
Yes, welcome in, High Spirits and High Spirits chat. We were playing Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I'm not sure if you've seen this before, but
Sorry.
I could have straight sold that until you started laughing, and then I
You probably could have, yeah.
Right now, we're basically on the exploration to find something. We know, like, key items right now are kind of tricky, and Hawksness may or may not have something, we don't know. We already have the overworld search spot, and which was the death necklace, which Tristal has found. Destiny has not found that yet. We have the token, which was hiding in Grave. We full cleared Mountain and Grave. So one of the key items has to be in like Garenham or Remolder or Tablet Cave at this point.
And we have a new town here next to a swampy Sparkle Bridge, one of the best ones. Oh, Breck.
Yes, so the exciting town of Breckenary, which is basically an inn that takes a little while to get to, but hey, that's cool. So, yeah, 8 remaining checks out of Charlock. I think you got it, Tilo. No, Deep Grave has been checked, so Tristal knows about it. It was a flute and fairy water. Destiny does not. The flute generally might be considered a womp, but that golem in Hawksness might make that flute pretty valuable, in fact, especially if Healmore continues to not exist.
So 6 checks left, I think. We've got the 3 in Garenham, 1 in Tablet, and 1 in Riem and Hawksness.
And now Destiny is going in for the grind. This is probably for Magic Armor and Sword. He knows where some of the towns are, and I have a feeling. I don't know if he's seen the Flame Sword, but since he still has a club, he's probably going to go for the gold here.
Yeah, you're here now is just as well to do it.
Yes, Tristal full cleared Grave. Destiny got killed after the first 3, but I think he was trying to leave. He was doing it in the dark and seemed a little bit confused, so I'm not sure exactly where he was doing, but... And yeah, I think Garenham's probably the big one here, because it has to have Tablet underneath, right? Because we've seen every other cave. So Garenham has 4 of the checks. Then there's Rim and Hawksness, which we don't know for sure Hawksness has something, but out of those 6 checks, 2 of them have to be the Harp and the Stones.
Yeah, I think we've only seen 1 curse belt so far, and chat confirming that. So that check was on the coordinates, which was the death necklace. Of course, our next curse belt could be somewhere in Charlock, and we wouldn't see it. Destiny about to set up another gold grind, though he doesn't know it.
A less pleasant type of gold grind. He's not worried about that one, though. Yeah, he's going to be a bolt directly to the stuff. And for Tristal here, is this new? This is not new. This is Cole. Oh, welcome back to Cole, I guess. There is one other interesting thing that we have seen.
Oh no, the gold! The werewolf got him.
He got slapped and killed by... Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were talking... chat mentioned the... MTI specifically mentioned the Wolf Lord with the full wombo. Werewolf has been just about as bad. Been with the Sleep and Hurtmore, has killed our players a couple of times here, so... Looks like Destiny's at least going to get Flame Sword money and go from there. And try this again. And he's thinking to get more keys. That's probably good. I don't know how many he has, but anytime I see people not checking for keys after a while, I get nervous.
Yeah, I mean, every time you walk past a shop, pick up 2 or 3 just to be sure. That way you're always good.
And he would have been down to 2, so there you go. Well, 1 after he checked the thing, but that's part of it. And I think he's going to go right back and hopefully no werewolves, right?
Still has enough for magic or flame, whichever he prefers. Oh, kill it, kill it, kill it! Come on! Aw!
He did kill one earlier. I always say it's bad luck to not hurt more Goldman, but that's a Goldman. You don't have to do it all the time. Just you have to do it once.
I was thinking he'd pick up a good bit of gold for Silver Shield, but didn't realize he already has Silver Shield.
True. I think the extra gold could have put him into... well, no, I don't think it would have helped in any particular way. He'd still be short of just about everything.
Gonna buy the Flame Sword, going for the attack rather than defense.
And he's out. That was quick. Quick shopping. It's a lot quicker to buy than it was to get all the money, but... While he's doing all that, Tristal is still exploring. Again, Garenham seems to be the key to the seed. It might not be, but there are 4 things counting Tablet, which has to be underneath it there. And that is, if at worst, it's going to give you a whole lot of knowledge. Because Tristal, it has the... Oh, hey.
There's that wombo again.
Excuse me, Wolf Lord, I was trying to talk. I mean, actually, it's just those guys have been a complete pain in the butt. I think there's probably about 6 deaths combined between the both of them now. It looks like Destiny might be going the Axe Knight route here again. Yeah, usually you only use the torch if you're going to go down here. So we do have an Axe Knight on the spike, and it seems fine. And I think Tristal spent about 2 levels here. Destiny did like 1 full set of MP and bolted, which is a little surprising. They haven't exactly had trouble getting through the world, but they really can't be throwing out Repel too crazy. Well, Tristal can now. Destiny's in a little bit more of a situation there because his defense boosted up by the silver. For the level he's at, normally level 10, you don't want to be repelling the world.
So we have some Armored Knights here with Stop Spell. I mean, that's great once you have Ardrick's armor, but not so great right now.
He's swinging, but no, I think, yeah, that's, like, I don't know what else you do. You throw Hurtmore and you kill it, and if you don't, like, he has 665 agility, right? He had a chance to run.
And Omega points out here, grinding on that Axe Knight until Healmore would be ideal right now. Because then you could go check Hoxton's for sure, plus you have the ability to wander the world more and, like, heal yourself really quick.
I think Tristal might be in... No, he's going straight down, isn't he? No, okay. Generally, yeah, again, if you use the torch, that probably means you're not walking to the bottom, so we're going to have dueling Axe Knight grinds here for a little bit.
So Tristal's still around 1,300 experience ahead, and should continue to be there as long as they both have MP. Although Destiny is using his last MP now, so we'll likely do a Death Warp shortly.
Grind to Radiant. Sounds good. Maybe grind to Outside, because if you know Tablet's out there, it'll save you a minute later, right?
Yeah, about 60 seconds.
And Destiny is going back to heal up instead of taking a death on the Axe Knight. That's interesting too. That's a decision, because I don't know that you need to worry about your money a whole lot right now.
Well, there's Radiant and also 30 HP, so now that Death Necklace is useful.
Yeah, I apologize. I saw that happening, and yeah, so HP is good. The agility is pretty good, so you would think exploration would be fine, but I think Tristal knows at this point that, you know, it's the Golem or it's Garanham, and you just have to find whatever.
Oh, chat pointing out that Destiny could be looking at magic armor money, maybe?
That's a pretty big distance from where he is. I think he's just, I don't know. I would call this suboptimal and not feel bad about it, to not just die there, to try to preserve the equivalent of money you can get out of the treasury.
Well, we shall see what Tristal does shortly. So he's about to use his last cast of Hurtmore.
I see what you're saying there, Digital Dave. Are you referring to Destiny of a Dragon Warrior? I think his name is like a combination of Destiny of an Emperor in that. That's why he uses the DOAE sprite so much. Which, is this one Zhang Fei, right?
I'm sure Tila will know. And she Hallie, right?
It's a game I'm well aware of, but have not really played seriously ever, because I've just played the other, like, every Romance of Three Kingdoms game, almost every Dynasty Warriors game, etc. Alright, Tristal right back at it. Again, like time, how long did it take Tristal to do that compared to how long it took Destiny to go back? Like, what was the experience gap in between now? And I feel like this is just more time that Tristal is kind of gaining on Destiny for reasons that... I mean, if he's going to sit here for a long time, maybe the magic armor is there, but I don't need to harp on it.
No, magic armor, not harp.
Magic harp or the silver armor?
Sure, why not? I mean, the harp is magic, it does call enemies.
Alright, so if we were to take Garanham and do the chests clockwise, you know, not starting at the top, so left, and top, we'll just say that's 1, 2, 3. So we have Garanham 1, 2, 3, we have Tablet, we have Hawksness, and we have Remolder. Where does everybody think everything's going to be? And feel free to throw in the Charlotte guesses as well, with the sword and the armor, because that feels very likely at this point.
Yeah, we've seen a few gold chests, we've seen a couple of herb chests, fairy water, at least one key chest, so we still got a fighter's ring out there though. And right, Anner Stones and our harp. So, yeah, looking more and more like armor and sword and Sherlock.
Yeah, I mean, it's two. What was it? Let's see. If so, we don't even know about Hawksness. 80% for Hawksness, but there's still 4 things that could be there. So it's only 20% that it's actually in Hawksness, because even if it hits the 80% that something's in Hawksness, then there's a 1 in 4 chance that it's sword or armor. And it feels like it would be worse because of, you know, various things, but that's not actually the case. The search spots, I think, are rolled before regular chests are placed or something like that.
Something Scott Steiner.
I don't know. We had a discussion about this at some point, and I'm sure everyone in chat is just longing to hear about the weird minutia of how the game decides what does what.
There you go. I think Santas is the best.
Well, Tristal took the death there a little bit early. He still had 2 hurt mars left, but I think he was really just trying to squeeze that out, and I think one of them failed on him.
Gonna go back again, go for at least level 15, maybe 16. Should have the MP to get up to 16 on this dive.
Destiny is on the move, doing a little bit of exploration. We find nothing over here at all, but he's back to looking again. He hasn't seen Deep Grave. His options are not quite as much. Right now, he's thinking probably 8 chests, 4 places to go. And yeah, that's new. I don't think we've seen Sherlock. It's quite possible the things we're looking for are past here then, which was, I think Tristal died in that desert to the south on an Axe Knight, and I don't think either player has been over here since.
Also, to contribute to chat there, a copper sword would not be very strong. It would probably bend as you hit some armor. Which is why the bamboo pole is so much better.
Yes, bamboo has never broken in the history of the world. It is the world's toughest metal. I do remember reading a story about how pandas actually have they're slowly dying out because bamboo is just really difficult to digest, and they're not made really well for it. Plus, they just don't mate ever. So I don't know. Hey! There's a town.
Yes, town. That. It could either be Rimmildar or Garenham. We're looking for definitely Garenham. But maybe Rimmildar.
Alright, and we have Rimmildar.
Yeah, the one we don't quite want, but hey, maybe there's some armor or a sword here.
Yes, it's the 2-for-1 lottery, which, as we know, usually rings up a little bit bad, but today we get the herb!
But on Tristal's side, we get 15 at 3, 4, 25 more HP, 5 magic, and heal more. Yeah, that's go time now.
I think he's still just gonna sit here until he dies, but because I mean that strength is awful. But he figures he'll just be going anyway. But yeah, that's those are good stats. That's very hard to die in the overworld stats with heal more.
This is Fight Red Dragon territory now, except we haven't seen any. Though I definitely head to Hoxus right away and get that golem.
I thought he was going to be doing more there, but I don't think that was on purpose. I think he just refused to heal and got. But yeah, who knows if we'll go back. Destiny warping back. We'll see if Tristal winds up going to Rimmildar over there, or Rimmildar, or whatever you want to call it.
Keytown.
Rimmelima Ding Dong.
Well, here's Sherlock, so he's not too far away.
No, he pretty much just zapped right into this direction. But he had seen the southern part before, so and not a whole lot of this is new, and he'll probably find this town pretty quickly. And Destiny is still protecting his money. He's up to 4,000 golds. Almost surprised he didn't go in and try to grab some more. Looks like he's going to try to see what's through the other side of the swamp. Maybe we'll see a deep grave check because he hasn't seen it yet. And again, for him, 7 checks left, 4 key items. Deep grave is becoming an extremely large reality. Or excuse me.
Immediately headed north there in Rimmeldar and then realized he doesn't need keys, he still has 5.
Well, that's just the way you go when you enter Rimmeldar, right?
Right, it's just second nature now.
And I kind of missed that before. Destiny actually still needs 5 key items because he hasn't seen the flute either.
So Tristal's best bet now is to try to explore the rest of this little area and see if he can find Garenham.
But Destiny did, and that was surprisingly easy to find. It's 1 screen north of North Swamp and 3 screens east. Or South Swamp, excuse me. So here we go. What do we got?
Gold. Empty. Hey, or Harp.
Alright. So what else do we have after this? We've seen Rim, that's 4. We have what's in here in Tablet Cave, and then Hawk's Nest. So armor or sword is guaranteed in Charlock. And if this is not a key item, then both are. And this is the song we sing when we walk through Tablet Cave. It's really long and boring, but hey, now we're here.
That's our stones.
There we go. And no outside, so this is the song we sing when we have to walk back out of Tablet Cave. So yeah, he knows he still has Deep Grave that he's probably going to check, but we collectively know that sword or armor might be in Hawk's Nest, and that's it. If it's not there, it's in Charlock somewhere.
So then the question is, do you go straight to Judge's Table? I think Tila would say yes.
You know what a good rando equivalent of Tablet Cave might be? Would be that that one cave in what's the one called? I'll think about it while we get to watch Tristal get sent back from a werewolf. Surprise!
Yeah, there's a lot of caves in randomizers. I wouldn't be able to guess.
Oh, I was thinking of Link to the Past. There's a cave where there's a blue cane that makes you invincible, Staff of Burna or something like that. And the real way to get to it is to use like the invisibility cape to do it, but you can
Spike
also...
Cave.
What did you say?
I think it's called Spike Cave.
Yeah, or you can just do what I did and load up all of your potions and just get there and then die after getting it.
I mean, that's a valid strategy. A lot of people do that.
That's like Tablet, except Tablet doesn't have spikes. It just has nothing.
But it's just as annoying.
Although it could have... Well, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't give Meguru any ideas.
He'll just fill it with barrier tiles.
It's completely impossible to get through unless you're like fully staffed up with herbs and 120 MP with like 15 heal mores, or you just happen to have Erdrick's armor already.
Armor equals cloak, I guess. Or magic cape.
Destiny hurt-mooring the Stone Man, which I wonder about.
I just kind of had a thought now if they put like Tablet Cave instead of Spike Cave and Link to the Past, just randomly.
Big barrier, yeah. I don't know. Like maybe we just switch out like how much damage barrier tiles do, but then they can also appear in random places. That would be interesting. Random between, I don't know, 5 and 20.
Could fill Tablet Cave with Swamp. That wouldn't be as bad. I mean, still deadly unless you had a lot of herbs or healing.
Fill Tablet Cave with chests. Top to bottom, every single tile is a chest. And most of them are empty.
the spider's web.
The
And it
search.
takes up inventory space too.
I feel like this is something I've heard Rye Guy specifically complain
Yep.
about recently.
Very recently, I think I was watching him yesterday.
All right, Tristal getting back to Grave. Not really anything he's going to be able to do there. So he has not seen Tablet yet. The moment he does, he knows it's just Hawksness. And he's very close, but he's missed it. Garenham was probably less than one screen north of Grave when he turned west. But he might bounce back that way. There's not too much more to do in this corner, so as long as he goes...
Also, I like Omega Strip's decision. Fill it with chests, and half of them are mimics.
The mimics are all metal slimes that give 255 gold and 1 experience.
Oof. Gold slimes.
So they just run away half the time and waste your time, and they're not really worth killing because you can get money quicker doing other things. There we go! Garenham! Hooray! So you know, if we're thinking about what might be in the players' heads right now, Destiny's taken some bad deaths, and I don't know. Like, he's still holding on to that money. He's up to 6,000 now. I think he really wants to have magic armor before he dives Sharlock, and that's just in his head. That's something that's probably a reality. Tristal now finding Garenham probably doesn't feel great about the exploration, but the fact that he's done a lot of grinding, probably, you know, I don't think if I were in his scenario, I would feel too off about this. So he'll get his key items here in just a moment.
Checking his keys, make sure he has enough. Always good.
I don't know how much more exploration was to go this direction. Destiny is going this way. Oh no, a Wolf Lord! When you're running on almost no resources trying to get to a town, and you find the Wolf Lord, the 50-50 wombo on that guy.
At least the starting zone out here is fairly decent. Uh-oh! I opened my mouth.
He has enough resources to heal. I wonder if he's thinking about healing.
Just a single cast of heal would give him, like, 20 health, and this Demon Knight is... Oh, really taking his life in his hands here.
Just remember, everybody, not healing is a choice.
When you have MP.
He gets back to Garenham, he's going to pop in here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Deep Grave right now, or maybe he's going to look for, well, actually, that's all he needs. His exploration is done, minus Deep Grave, and I think that's where he's going to go. That's just to the west-ish here, west and a little south.
Alright, we found an Armored Knight. Good for some experience. Of course, it can still cast Stop Spell at the moment, so... Lucky it hasn't, and we can take it out. Auranium, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, sometimes that sort of thing can get in your head. The fact that Tristal is healing up here, pretty sure we're going to see a Golem fight in just a moment. At these stats, could swing heal more, but he might flute. I seem to think Tristal is a fluter, so I think we'll see him probably pull that out.
Flute once maybe, and then just swing afterwards, even if he wakes up.
Okay, I guess he doesn't care about Hawksness, just walked right past it.
Whoops. Oh right, I think this is one of the trading caves. Just probably going to that first.
Yeah, I could see that, especially because once you get to Hawksness, you might just sit on that and grind until you die, so that makes sense. This is good, good ordering of things. Get that out of the way so you don't have to worry Like, you can just die in Hawksness and be fine.
TLO, we're still looking for sword and armor. We haven't checked Hawks or Sherlock, basically.
So unless we have the never-before-seen situation with both sword and armor on the same spot, I think we're going to see one in Charlotte.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Magru made surprise decisions like that, but I don't think there's been any updates to the randomizer lately.
Surprise! You have to search twice!
That'd just be cruel.
We're kidding around. That's not something that can happen, hopefully.
Isn't there something like the flying shoes or something you get in DW2 or one of the other ones where you can just go in and search one spot over and over again until you find it?
I would not be the person to ask.
Ah, the doozy yarn in DW2. Yeah, you just go up on a certain floor of a tower and just keep casting search on the one tile, and eventually you'll get it.
Wow, and then we had a crit for 77, which is actually pretty close to the max there. 93, next roll 28, puts him at 121. Will this hit do it? Yeah, so 144, enough to take out the golem. And what do we have here in Hawksness? He's gonna tell us right away.
Ah, the sword, perfect.
Sword makes this an interesting grind. This, considering how close it is, very comparable to the Axe Knight. I think I would still personally prefer the Axe Knight, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you're going to be burning a lot more Healmores here, so your MP will go through faster. You're still swinging. You've only got 107 AP, so you're still swinging a lot. Although excellent moves certainly do help.
Yeah, this is probably a okay. We're gonna grind until we get the level and/or die, since the Jerk Cave is underneath Tantagel, and no reason to, especially if 16 winds up being the go level, which it could be. It'd take a little bit of work, but it's not unreasonable.
Right, you definitely stick here as long as you can survive anyway, and then maybe go back to the armor or the Axe Knight afterwards.
Also, I need to take back my previous statement saying that Tristal was a fluter. He is apparently not a fluter. Was not a great level, but you know,
1-8.
1019. So I guess it's a heal more. I think the biggest stretch we could do right here would be 118 AP. I mean, there's still the fighter's ring is still available, and you have to check Sherlock, so there's a fairly good chance he comes across it.
J. Cooper saying we need more HP. J. Cooper, this is double the HP you need.
So if we push this to an extreme situation, let's say he decides to go right now, 120 AP with the Death Necklace on and the Fighter's Ring, which we assume he would find. Let's say he somehow miraculously loses no heal mores diving Sherlock, which is actually kind of possible at 162 hit points. You know, that's 22 rounds. If you have a full set of Fairy Water, you shave off about 4.5. And he has 12 heal mores, so 17.5 plus 2 automatic doubles, 15.5 to 12 rounds. It's not like it's a very bad idea, but it's not impossible.
Now, Omega pointing out that we're losing at least all our herbs or a couple of heal mores going through because we have to go through all those barrier tiles. So, probably not really yet.
I always mentally associate the Death Necklace with wearing a tie. So, J. Coper in chat saying a second Death Necklace gives me the idea of somebody wearing a tie on their forehead. Which I actually think is something I've seen people do when they're going, you know, feral or warrior. So
It's still coming back and looking at this golem. Figures this is the quicker way to level.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, so we'll see how it goes. Golem doesn't really have anything. The Axe Knight doesn't really have anything. The walk is not too bad, so the fact that you have to go back and recover quicker isn't so much. But also, again, this might just be a matter of routing, that he can go back and do this and just stay here instead of going in a swamp cave and having to deal with surprise wolf lord or some nonsense.
There is a, what, 4,000, 3,500 experience lead right now?
Yeah, just that Tristal's been so much more efficient in the things that he had to do, which has really just propelled him past Destiny. One thing we mentioned before, not to harp on again, the fact that Destiny now has magic armor money. So if he decides to go get that, that'll work out. I'm saying that as he's like inches from dying.
Right. And casting heal? Really wants to save that MP.
Yeah, a little odd to me. I don't know. Like, I can see trying to stretch it to 7,500, but he's not going to get the next level this way anyway, so he's very unlikely to be saving a grinding round with that. That's usually when I go off of heal more to do anything else. It's, am I going to save a round on this fight? And that's a very good point, chat.
Yeah, I noticed that now.
He does not have heal more.
So that magic armor will actually make the dive a little bit easier because you'll be regenning at least 1 HP every 4 steps. Won't really stop the barrier tiles or anything, but hey. So 9, 7, 6, and 3 on level 17. Still not where we need to be. Would have 127 AP now with the Death Necklace, but
Well, he's gonna get heal more in, this fight, probably. So I don't need to continue. But yes, I agree with chat here. I think this is a go level, but it's not a dive and win on this level. It doesn't feel great. If he had magic armor now, you'd feel a little bit better about it just because you'd be able to absorb some nonsense. But I don't know. How long do you wait? Maybe he'll just go until he's out of resources, not even worry about getting the level, and dive and grind on the way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. If the next level gives, a couple more heal mores, he's probably fine. Maybe not even that. I'm trying to think now. Like 129 with doubles hit points would be, let's assume no fairy water. Like if he does, that's maybe a round and a half. He's probably got a couple to spare at this point.
Right, and I think J Cobra points it out pretty good. You're at a decent grind here now, just as well to wear yourself out, and yeah, maybe go dive and grind afterwards.
I think Destiny's forgot that he had heal more as he's casting heal repeatedly in front of the Magic Man.
He's probably gonna go grab that magic armor right now. What? Cyberduck's Canadian?
I was not aware that we had Canadians on staff when I accepted this position.
Oof.
Sorry. I was trying to figure out the best way to say that. It didn't sound just absolutely terrible, and I think I still failed.
Hey, someone narrowed me down to the province one day, so... And just for my voice.
Yeah, I think your accent is still a little unique, even amongst Canadians.
That's Newfoundlanders for you.
All right, well, Tristal is in full go mode at this point. Looks like he is heading that direction. I'm trying to think. There's a town past Charlock he might go to. If we see him go directly in, then he might be not planning too much on this being a single dive, just because he'd lose a heal more by he already lost the heal more by casting Repel. So unless he's just playing that aggressive, I don't know.
Could very well be, but we'll find out from what he attacks in here. If he runs from everything or tries to run, then it's definitely going to be... Okay, yeah, this is a dive and grind. And the Hurtmore misses.
Welcome to Charlock. Yes, there is actually a very strong and numerous amount of... I actually started saying two different things at the same time. We have a lot of Canadians who play DWR, and it's very exciting. Because a lot of times everything we do in here is like US centric, so it's cool that we have that appeal.
And we have a few from around the world. I know we had one from, I'm going to say Scotland, and I know we've got another one from somewhere else, and I don't know where he's from. Offhand.
Currently in Germany.
That wasn't the person I was thinking of. But yes, we have one that moved recently.
Oh, no. See, that isn't even the one I'm talking about. That guy is moving to England. I'm talking about, well, it feels weird to say it. I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Probably not.
Yes, that's correct. Guyamli, I said that right. Judge's Table is the Vanilla Sword. I sometimes call it Charlock's Navel because whenever something is there, you just want to go, woohoo!
Alright, Destiny grabbed the Staff of Rain. Should be headed back shortly for the jerk behind Tandajul here.
Oh, there we go, chat. Where do you have the armor? Is it in... We can play the $25 trillion pyramid or something. I forget what the dollar amount is. I always do this poorly, but we do have 6 chests in the basement of Charlock plus the Vanilla Sword location, aka the Judge's Table. Where do you think the sword is? Is it in the $50 chest, the bottom left, the $100 chest, center, bottom, $150, bottom right, $200 chest, which is the center left, $250 is center right, or $300 is the one on top?
I always go $250, but hey, we have Red Dragons and Tristal runs right away.
There is a poll open, which is interesting because the odds are 1 in 7. But we have a poll open regarding it anyway, so place your votes. This is looking like Destiny is planning on a preemptive dive as well, heading up to Rim to heal up before he dives. I don't know if he ever restocked on herbs or whatever, though. Maybe this is where the magic armor was.
Tristal is going Treasury first. Tilo is disappointed.
And Tristal is swinging through the axe. No, he was running, never mind. Yeah, he's saving his MP. I think he's only going to do it on the fights that really matter. He can always gain the level right afterward, and it's not much of a difference.
The poll is above chat if you're on PC. If you're on mobile, I have no idea.
Yes, trying to figure out how anything works on Twitch mobile is big shrug.
Very much.
Here we go. $150 chest is the armor immediately.
We have a second cursed belt, which we knew anyway. There's the fighter's ring.
There we go. Congratulations to the 68% of people who picked the I believe, 85 to 86% odds there.
85% of the time, it works 68% of the time, or something like that.
So congratulations to everyone who picked that. RPG Limit Break will be writing you a check. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Tristal definitely wants his level here. It's pretty close. Could get it on this golem, or could go see what that spike tile is as well, so you have a bit of knowledge for later on.
The spike check is always interesting because when you're doing it as a player, it kind of feels like a good idea. But when you're watching it, you never feel like it's a good idea.
So level 18, we have 0494.
I hope he's still going. This feels like you go regardless, but I don't know. He really wants to know. He's still swinging. He's acting like he wants to take another level here.
I'd check the spike. I mean, it could be an X lane. You could do it there too, but oh nope, just gone outside.
All right. Yeah, he changed his mind and decided. Maybe he did some math while he was swinging on that thing and realized, oh yeah, Death Necklace.
Right, so it's definitely go mode now with Death Necklace, but Tristal didn't have enough MP. He had burnt a lot of it on the way down.
Yeah, so I don't know. Right now, Destiny is just... He needs Tristal to not succeed in this dive because he is not close. And he's looking... I don't know what he's even doing, actually, at this point. Because there's nothing else for him to do except... Oh no, he's buying herbs. That's what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do a dive and grind. He's not quite as good as Tristal was. I think 16 is good enough for him, though.
NPC block and Cole. The best kind of NPC block.
Well, at least if he loses, he's probably not going to be able to blame it on that guy. Not that he would want to, but you never want to.
I mean, the other thing is, if Destiny loses, which looks likely at the moment, but not guaranteed, we have a game 3. Not tonight, at some point.
If you could use the Death Necklace twice, you would probably just use it before the battle. Just, I don't know, you could almost use it 3 times, right? I'm trying to do the math here.
Has anyone ever tried to use it twice? Maybe it does work.
I hope that Tristal doesn't bother with that. That seems like the safer, smarter play there.
I mean, another extra 10 AP would be great.
Yeah, he is into Sharlock, and he's already seen all the enemies, so he has full knowledge here. Did not try for the single dive at all. Just went straight in to get it, which is definitely the safer play. I don't know if we saw enough that it was impossible, but the resources were going to be pretty thin, and he really needed both armor and ring to show up. But I don't know. There's our red dragon. I believe that's the only red enemy we saw here in the second zone.
Tristal getting some decent runs here from those raids.
Yeah, at 84 agility, he is just like 47% to run, so getting away 2 times for a lot of us is like, oh my gosh, he's getting amazing luck, but it's not really that surprising. It's just the game has a way of letting us down so hard that we forget.
Ah, there's the run block we were looking for. Destiny picks up 16 here.
Yeah, he has not had enough, so this may be more than one dive. But really, Tristal is in, assuming he gets through with full resources, in a very comfortable position. He would be on normal odds to win, not counting doubles, and he's got just an extremely high likelihood of doubles, again, assuming he loses nothing here. But Stone Man, you know, not the worst spike, but...
Utilizing Sleep, one of the better utility spells for Stoneman.
Yeah, one of the few enemies in the late game that has any real resistance to it, and is pretty helpless, to be honest. Like, we saw the fail, but that was a 1 in 8. The way this game works, 1 in 16 is kind of the... You know, outside of your own crits, 1 in 16 is about the odds of landing anything. So it was just double the chance that anything basically flops.
Well, we get the hurt more, not the sleep here.
It's good, and he makes it to the Dragon Lord. Will he tap B? He does. He is a fool, and we'll see what happens. Probably, yes, immediate Death Necklace equip, and might not have to heal at all. He might still choose to do it to get around 130, or, well, it looks like 133 is the value. Just to absolutely double, but he is so far ahead in this fight that I'm not sure even healing right now in this first iteration matters.
So hits his max MP there, but then does get hurt more. Still has a double chance, but will burn the herbs. I guess it's just as well right now.
Yeah, a very defensive play, but he's been playing like that quite a bit, and I think he just knows that he's done pretty well on the seed, and there's no reason to push anything right now.
Does get back to attack with Fire Breath, but still has the ability to get doubles and uses a Fairy Water to start.
He got them, you might as well. Landed for 16. His max roll, or his rolls in general, are going to be 7 to 14, so we might not see another 16 the rest of this fight. An immediate double. Wonderful.
Dragon Lord can physical for a max of 49 and an 82 defense, I believe.
Yeah, 82 is where you usually feel pretty good, because 49 maybe, but 50 is where it just, for whatever reason, him being able to hit you for 50 feels a lot more scary than 49. Yeah, there's not really a lot to say about this fight. His swings aren't super high, but anytime, like right there was another min, anytime he's able to sneak in a double, it just makes for a great, great progress. And fights like this are really about progress, because you'll eventually get a low roll like that and get your double. So every time you use that heal more, you're just watching the hit points and hoping it goes up another 10, 15 after the next heal more. So your double is just more and more likely to happen.
We've still got 3 more heal mores out here, I believe. So possible 4 or 5 more attacks.
There's another double swinging on 50. I have not been counting, but I'm pretty sure we're just about to the end here.
And I think Destiny about to get level 17 here.
It's going to get it just in time to look over the race room and see that his opponent has already finished. But on that note, GG to Tristal. He's come through in this game to winning, pretty much been in the lead the entire race. Just played very solidly, very efficiently, and yeah, tying this one up at 1-1. GG's in chat to Tristal.
Tristal finishes with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Destiny is going for 18 here, I believe.
Yeah, I think he just wants to do it one and done, especially if you see your opponent done. Like, I don't know. I'd probably give it one more level and then just go and try to do it all in one. If it didn't happen, I'd just throw in the towel, but that's me. You know, everyone does things slightly differently, and it's their prerogative too.
The big thing with Destiny here is he does have the 86 defense required to max the deal 2 at 48 damage, and is also repelling a few enemies on the way down.
Yeah, if he's able to effectively run away, this should still be like it really comes down to how much he gets caught. If the red dragon's getting away, he does have magic armor, so he'll be healing a little bit. It's not a lot, but as our resident number cruncher Omega Strep has mentioned before, magic armor is generally worth about 1 heal more on a dive.
No trolls. How sad.
We know Destiny saw him.
Didn't see any rogue scorpions either, and I'm sure Destiny saw a couple of those. And
Yeah.
green dragons.
Interesting difference in all of that. So thank you very much for the raid, Tristal. You're just in time to watch this. Actually, no, GG.
And with that, I believe we have a Tristal with us. GG.
GG, how about that first enemy kill?
The metal slime, yeah. And the only level you could kill it on, really.
Yeah, just about. I guess I don't know how level 2 would have worked out, how many attack power that would have got me, because I flew right by it, but...
Fair enough, but you were guaranteed that on level 1, so that was amazing to see.
Yeah, I had to cross my fingers that it didn't have Dragon Breath like it did in the first race between us.
Yeah, I think we were all watching that. It was like, it's gonna have sleep, or hurt, or something that's gonna kill him.
Right? Yeah, no need. Critical hit for 3 damage.
4, I believe, actually.
Was it 4? Okay, sure. I had 4 attack power. I think I hit it for 3.
Oh, maybe... I don't know, one of you got 4 damage on something, which was your max crit. Could have been Destiny.
Okay, yeah. I imagine it was just killing blue slimes, maybe ghosts. I don't know if I saw red slimes around town, but they might have been there. I didn't really stay around to look. I had no reason to.
There were red slimes just north, I believe?
Okay, yeah, I think they were in that zone. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, once again, having to make the decision whether or not to use up all my keys in the start as well. This time was a lot less lucrative. Last time I got to have a bag full of fairy water. And then this time I just got the gold grind and didn't really get to a town as quickly as I wanted, but I think I ended up still getting full plate out of that grind, which definitely felt like it was worth it.
Oh, it was definitely good for the start. I mean, it made you survive a little bit longer just to kill some more things. And you weren't really long taking off on levels. I mean, 10 minutes in, you were up around level 7 or 8 anyway.
Yeah, early hurt more and the metal slime kill kind of made it feel like, alright, this is going to be a jet seed of some kind. I have to try and expand and explore as much as I could. And then it turned out I needed level 18 anyway. So maybe it wasn't quite as prophetic as I thought.
Right, so, I mean, I think both of you at one point or another decided to grind on that, the Swamp Spike, of course the Axe Knight, and you went a little bit earlier to the Golem, but you were ahead in finding most things, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense because of the metal slime kill and early hurt more that I could get exploring much earlier. It took me quite a while to find the last 2 towns of Garenham and even Rimmildar to kind of complete the set of chests I could open before Charlock. So I knew going in that the armor had to be in Charlock at least. I wasn't missing like a freebie cave or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing about that was a lot better. Of course, the only option you had when you got down was to die Vanilla Sword or not, and good idea not to in this case.
Yeah, I felt like the right path. I could have gone into Charlock kind of early for the armor, but I sort of felt like the path I ended up taking was the one I wanted to do, in that I wanted to be as sure as possible that my next level was going to be enough. I didn't want to do it in one trip because I knew my MP wasn't going to be there having to use Heal Mores to get through the damage tiles on the first floor of Charlock. So I knew I was going to have to dive it at some point, but I kind of wanted to wait until I had just a bit more survivability, I guess, and kill some golems on the way down. I needed to check Hawksness in case that had the armor as well. So just the way my grind path worked out, I think made a difference here.
Indeed. So if you're not watching the stream, Destiny was on his dive for the armor that time. Had 97 MP, didn't want to burn any at level 17. And just outside the treasury, got slept by a werewolf, almost taken out, got away from it, and then got hit by an armor knight.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't know if chat saw me kind of double back on my way to get the rainbow drop, because I only had one key left for the treasury, and I had seen werewolves with sleep hurt more, and one had killed me with like 5 sleep turns or something crazy. So I doubled back a bit just to get one more key, just in case something silly like I open the treasury and I don't get the armor there, and then I die before I can open all the chests, and then I'm out of keys and it's a nightmare.
Right, because Rimmildar was fairly far away, although I think you could have gone quickly to either Grave or Mountain and gotten another key if needed.
Yeah, Rimmildar wasn't terribly far away, but I mean, that's another few minutes out of my time, and I'm looking over my shoulder the whole race because Destiny's a very strong player, so I have to be careful. They beat me by 15-20 minutes in the first race, so even at that level 18 with that insane HP level, I still am thinking like, oh no, do I really want to try the Dragon Lord at this? I know the stats probably bore it out, but even for me, like, that's really close, and I only had 1 fairy water. But the Dragon Lord was nice and gave me a couple doubles.
Chat was actually saying you should have equipped the Death Necklace twice because you've had the HP for it.
Yeah, that would have been nicer.
Speaking of Dragon Lord 2, let's find out how much HP he had, although I think you hit 163? I think Chat
Yeah, I went from 150 to 163, so I didn't really get a good beat on how much it had.
Ah, 157.
Yep.
Very average Dragon Lord.
Thoroughly medium Dragon Lord.
I think the wolves were the ones to watch out for. The werewolves had sleep and hurt more, and I think the wolf lord had sleep and deal 2, I believe.
It did. It got me once.
Only once?
Yeah, only once for me. Yep.
Oh, there it is. The 50% sleep, 75% hurt more on the werewolf. The wolf lord was a straight 50% on the DL2 and the sleep, so it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, I didn't end up seeing wolf lords in the zone. I saw one kind of early that either I ran from or I hurt moored. And then didn't really see one until I was exploring near Staff of Rain Cave, I think, and that just womboed me immediately, and I was like, oh, alright, that's a thing, but I didn't really lose any progress at the time, because I think it was like low on MP, or I had fully mapped that area to my satisfaction. I kind of wanted to go back and kill Axe Knights at that point anyway.
I think there were wolf lords just south of Tantagel, I believe.
Yeah, that's the first zone I saw them at, but they didn't show me any of their power at that point. Either I killed them right away or I just ran because I didn't have MP or something. I forget.
Also, GG Destiny, that was well run as well.
I think we saw the light flash, but we didn't hear you say anything, Destiny. Yeah, well, if you do, if you do want to just keep saying stuff, just interrupt us at any point because we definitely want to talk to you.
One thing I was worried about, having seen the early metal slimes, was I saw them in Swamp Cave as well, which means they're in a couple other traveled zones, so I always had to worry about what if Destiny found some metal slimes later on and got more than 32 experience for theirs.
I know we saw Destiny fight a couple, but I'm not sure if he managed to kill any. Still no go, can see the light, but no voice. More waiting on Destiny to figure out Windows mic settings, most likely. Tristal, have you picked the time for Game 3?
No, we were just going to play it by ear and see if we even needed a third race before our first race even. But yeah, I'm sure we'll have some time to figure that out. Not sure when.
One last try. Can you hear me now?
Hey!
It's good!
All right. GG, Tristal. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I'm curious to watch that back and see where I lost time on that, besides wandering around searching for the harp traded.
Yeah, that probably hurt you a little bit. You're probably only going to need to watch the first 5 to 8 minutes, and then you're going to understand a lot. I killed a metal slime as my first enemy kill, so that might explain quite a bit of it. But yeah, I had good map exploration, I feel like, for the most part. Yep.
The dreaded metal slimes. I didn't see. I think I saw 2 of them in Grave, but didn't get any kills. Certainly didn't see them in any of the starting zones. I was just bashing around on red slimes, which not quite as efficient as metal slimes.
Yeah, not quite. I saw 5 metal slimes, only managed to kill the 1, but that 32 XP to start off was definitely a nice boost, and then right after that killed like a magician or something to get hurt more, and then we're off to the races.
I think another thing too was Tristal, you stayed on the X Knight a little bit longer than Destiny did.
Yeah, that can pay off when we have to get 18 to kill the Dragon Lord. I know you were trying at 17, Destiny. I was definitely not confident at 17. I needed 18 for sure.
Yeah, at that point I saw you finish, and it's like, well, I either stop now or I dive and at least try to get the armor, and didn't even quite make it to that without having to have burnt a bunch of heal more. So yeah, sounds like, was there a lot of strength that came at 18 then?
No, my attack power ended up being 129, so nothing crazy. That's with the Death Necklace. I only have 1 Fairy Water on me, but the HP was just so high even with the necklace on that I got like 3 doubles out of it. I did not have the Silver Shield like you did, though. I just had large.
Yeah, I think max HP was 177 on 18, and then 133 with the Death Necklace equipped.
Wow, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, this was the Strength Agility seed, we just didn't know it.
Well, I don't have much else to say about it. It sounds like you got ahead early on and just kept on blazing and stayed efficient and didn't make any errors, and I was just lagging behind from the early get-go. GG's, Tristal. Well played then.
Thank you. Yeah, pretty much just the reverse of last race where you were ahead of me by 15 minutes, so GG's.
Oh, we do have one question for Destiny here. Why not repel in Charlock to keep the werewolves away? Although I imagine you were trying to save every bit of MP you could.
Yeah, that was the idea, is if I was going to be under 12 heal mores, then it wasn't even worth trying to putz around with that. And I knew that the werewolves were going to be trouble, and they certainly were trouble, and didn't even get a chance to die to the Dragon Lord at 17.
Yeah, it could have been close if you had a bunch of Fairy Waters, because there was 0 attack power at 18 to help out, and no more heal more either. So I guess 17 was almost as good as 18 in the end. But once I was there, because I got 18 on the way to getting the armor, basically, and then cast outside and refilled. But yeah, I kind of felt like it was go time at that point.
Yeah, I saw you finish when I just hit 17, so from there it's like, well, I'll head over to Charlock and see what happens. And I didn't have any Fairy Waters with me either, since Cantlin was on the opposite corner of the map, and I never saw Breckenary.
Breckenary was just east of Staff of Rain Cave, and Cantlin was the first town I found, I think. And I'd still managed to carry enough gold from the initial grind to buy full plate and a large shield, and that did pretty well for me with the Hurtmore.
Oh, that reminds me. There might have been one other thing that was slowing you down just a little bit, Destiny. Keeping the gold for that magic armor, while a good idea for diving Charlock without armor, Tristal was doing the Death Warp at the same time, so was losing gold, but was gaining experience faster.
Aha, that makes sense. I only had half plate, though. I didn't feel good about walking around with half plates. I never got the full plate, so since I had enough gold for magic armor, I figured that was the answer at that point.
For sure.
Sounds like you had a really strong start, Tristal, being able to keep the gold. I tried to keep the gold and died right away, and so that was the end of trying to keep the gold.
Yeah, I had one death right away without getting anywhere, reset, and then went towards the northeast where I found the metal slime, killed that, and I figured no matter what happens at this point, I'm keeping this, even if I die. And I think I died. I grinded to 25,000 golds. I died twice, I think, and then I managed to find Cantlin with around 6,000 in tow.
Yeah, full plate, club, and large, I think is what you bought.
Yep. No keys at that point, but when I did find a key, I think in Mountain or something like that, I went back, bought keys in Cantlin, and then that shop also had a broadsword that I could buy, which was real nice too.
Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap this up. Thanks again to RPG Limit Break for keeping us on here. We have 3 races tomorrow, I believe. Looks like Bob Pineapple and Centroid, DK, and I can't pick that out. Silly Dabbit, and Jake Hopper and Ziggy Game 1.
I believe we are planning on running each one of those individually. So, assuming all the channels line up, we should have both 8 o'clock races. One here on RPG Limit Break, one on DW Randomizer, and then the later race on one of the channels. I'm not sure, but we'll have that announced a little bit more inside the Discord. And yeah, so keep in mind, we always need volunteers. So please feel free, if you're wondering, hit us up and we'll let you know what you need to do or whatever. And need volunteers for commentary and tracking. It's always great, especially when you're showing 3 races at the same time.
And of course, we are definitely looking forward to Game 3 of this series with Tristal and Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, which will be upcoming in the next few days, most likely.
Absolutely. These first two races have both been very exciting. And it's been interesting. Both of you have made the same key decisions at the start.
I was actually really conscious of that at the start of this one too, and I thought, well, Destiny's probably gonna do this, so maybe I shouldn't do this and see how that works out, but nah, gold grind.
And I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about how this could bite me this time if there was a town nearby, but I didn't see one nearby, and so I felt okay keeping the key. But Tristal made it to Cantlin and killed a metal slime, so he got off to a great start.
Oh, well, that is always the fun and interesting parts of the race. Hopefully, your third race will not have an extra key possibility, so both of you don't have to worry about that for a change.
No, it definitely has to, because now we've got the prisoner's dilemma again to figure out if we should use it or not.
It's meant to be. Every time we race now, it has to have a double key.
Well, I'll be okay if the next race is close, because neither of these first two races seem like they've been very close.
All right. Well, thank you tonight to Camion for restreaming, Shihali for tracking, Aaron for co-commentating with me, and Destiny and Tristal, of course, for showing an amazing race. And we shall see you when we raid Nest Cardinality, coming up shortly. Good night, everyone.
Peace.